Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm of course George. Welcome along to the channel everybody, and it is, as of recording, Easter Sunday. Obviously this video will go out on Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to everybody celebrating, whichever way you're celebrating, whether you're going to church, whether you're just filling your gob up with eggs and food. Enjoy it. And of course a lot of people still have a little day tomorrow. That's why there's a big fixture list of football to celebrate. Commiserations, and I'm sorry if you do not have that time off, but it is a time for celebration and you know, a time to remember things and what's going on, and new beginnings as well with the springtime coming. So let's get on to previewing the Hull City game. Hull City come to Elland Road on Easter Monday. It's an 8 p.m. kickoff. We kick off again at the end of the day, like we did on Friday, Good Friday. Everybody else will have played, will know exactly where we stand, and and the aim is, as it is every day, of course, every game is to win the game of football. The games are ticking down now. There'll be 6 games left after this. Can we still go into those 6 games in the automatic positions? We obviously surrendered top spot on Good Friday. Ipswich leapfrogged us 1 point ahead of us. We are 1 point ahead of Leicester. That could all change, like I said, in in the course of the day. Leicester play at 12:30 again. Ipswich play at 5:30 again. That one's a big one. They're playing Southampton, so we'll all have eyes on that one and hoping for the Saints win. If any of them win, and maybe a draw might be a good result, the best result for us, but who knows. But anyway, let's get on to our game and focus on Leeds United against Hull City on the 1st of April 2024. Yeah, and I think it's pretty much as you were for Daniel Farke in terms of injury news. We got clarification a little bit more after the game on Good Friday with Watford, where in terms of the injuries to Willie Gnonto and Connor Roberts, it's 2 to 3 weeks we're looking at for those two lads. So I reckon they'll probably come back when there's about 3, 4, maybe even 5 games to go. I think they'll probably both miss a couple of games. You know, when they spoke to him at the end of Friday's game with Watford, Fat was a little bit more sort of hopeful, if you like, on like Gruev, and maybe that suggests that Gruev has an opportunity to maybe even start the game on Monday, hopefully, because we really missed him on Monday, on Friday, I must admit. So he's a big miss, and hopefully he can come back into the starting 11 come Monday evening. But otherwise, obviously Farke will have seen what we'd have seen, and hopefully they learned his lesson not to play Liam Cooper at centre back. Just revert to settings and play Ethan and Joe at the back, Firpo at left back, and for me, you play Sam Byram at right back if Gruev isn't available. That allows Archie Gray to partner Ethan Ampadu in the centre. Partner Glenn Kamara in the centre of midfield. So that's what I do. Let me know what you do in the comments down below. For me, that's the only way you can go about it. Cooper should be nowhere near it like I covered on Friday. I won't give him any more jip. But yeah, that's what should happen. Whether it happens or not, we'll wait and see come 7 o'clock on Monday when the team is announced. So if you look at Hull, then let's have a look at Hull, the opposition. Obviously, Liam Rosini has done a fabulous job, to be fair. I don't think many people would have suggested that Hull might be up and around the playoff positions. But fair play they are. He's done a really, really good job this season. To be fair, they've got a decent squad here now, and they're pulling in some sort of biggish names for the sort of size of the club. Don't hate me, or the positioning of the club. They're beating teams like ourselves to players like Fabio Carvalho on loan from Liverpool. Although obviously it was game time. That's what that came down to, and obviously Hull City could offer him more game time. That's ultimately why he went. But he's done well since he came there. 4 goals. He's missed a penalty as well against Leicester, but he scored in that game as well. So he's done all right. They've got players like Zahori on loan from Burnley, the Moroccan winger, who's at this level very, very good, won the championship with Burnley last season. But then they've got the man who stars for me. Obviously, Aaron Connolly is top, joint top scorer as well with 8 goals. A striker, used to play for Brighton, didn't he, in his second season now with Hull City. But the shining light through the whole season, who's also got 8 goals, as well, is Jaden Philogene is his name. I think it's Jaden, isn't it? Philogene Bryce. Double barrel name, isn't it? But Philogene, he's got 8 goals, including that fabulous one that I think he scored at Rotherham earlier on in the season. So he's definitely one to watch. I remember him playing for Cardiff City on loan from Villa in the FA Cup game we had down there last January. I think he scored in that game, didn't he? In that 2-2 draw, which we eventually won in a replay at Elland Road. I think he scored in that game in that original tie. Anybody want to correct me, but I think he did score the first goal in that game. Obviously, he signed for Hull in the summer, and he's looking a good player. Whether he stays there, come next season, that's definitely up for debate. But Hull City are well in with a chance of gate crashing the playoffs. But it's now or never. Now or never for Hull. You've got to say now. Currently 6 points away from the top 6. Norwich occupy 6th position. They are on 64 points. Hull, I think, are in 9th on 58. So they're 6 points away. It could be more come kick-off uh, of Monday. Hopefully, in terms of our point of view, it will be, because that would mean that Norwich would have got something out of Leicester. Hopefully, a win, but which would put Hull at kick-off 9 points from the playoff positions. Like I said, it's now or never. They do have a game in hand on most teams in and around that area, so there is time yet. But like I said again, it is now, excuse me, or never. Really, captained of course by former Leeds United Academy product Louis Coyle. He'll be relishing the Easter trip up to his hometown team. I think he's from Leeds, isn't he? So he'll be definitely looking forward to this game. Obviously, our captain Cooper, obviously he hopefully won't play, but he started at Hull. I think he was actually born in Hull as well, and so was Dan James. So we've got a couple of Hull lads in our side. Obviously, Dan's a Welshman, but born in Hull, so there's interest there from the Leeds United camp as well. But if we look at the sort of form of Hull City, then they're actually first loss in 8 games. It was on Good Friday. They lost at home to Stoke City. It was a 2-0 defeat in the end for the Tigers. Like I said, first defeat in 8. But don't let that fool you. Really, that was a run of 4 games before the defeat were all drawn. So there are no wins in 5, albeit they've only lost 1 in 5, but they've drawn the previous 4 before a defeat to Stoke City on Good Friday. But that run of 4 draws in a row, it was a run of 3 wins, 3-2-1 wins in a row, then a run of 4 draws, and the defeat at Hull at home against Stoke on Good Friday. So 1 defeat in 8 games, very hard to beat. They're actually better away from home as well than they are at home. I think 2 points better off away from home this season than they are at home. Obviously, coming to notorious ground, obviously this season, Elland Road has been an absolute fortress, obviously, for Leeds. Yet to lose there. Hopefully, we can go the whole season without losing. I think there's 4 home games left. Um, so hopefully we can. Yeah, it'd be nice that even if we end up in the playoffs, which hopefully we won't. Hopefully we can, go unbeaten at Elland Road for the whole season. That would be something to hold on to. But I think, let's be honest, even if we wouldn't, you'd take not being unbeaten at home, and if it ended up with automatic promotion, you'd absolutely take that. Hopefully it'll end in unbeaten at home and automatic promotion, but let's wait and see. I think it will still. I mean, we're looking good. It was a little bit of a blip on Friday, but we if you can't win, don't lose, and that's what happened in the end. And yeah, that was good. But Hull, um, difficult opposition, difficult opposition. If we have a look at the last five fixtures, as I like to do in this fixture, so Leeds against Hull, down the years, out the last five, Leeds have actually won three of the last five meetings between the two sides at Elland Road. Hull have won two, so Leeds three wins to Hull two over the last five. But Hull did win the last one, and it was a League Cup game when we just been promoted to the Premier League very early on in that first Premier League season. Hull City came to Elland Road and beat us on penalties in a League Cup tie. It finished 1-1 on the night, and then they beat us. They won out on penalties. In the promotion year, if you look back at the last championship fixture between the two sides, Leeds United won the game 2-0. I have completely forgotten this match, though it seems to be erased from my memory. So anybody want to help me out with who scored the goals in that win? I'd be appreciated. To be fair, I can't remember at all. But yeah, if you look back at the KCOM Stadium in September again, it was a 0-0 draw, wasn't it? It was a horrible game, this. And I just remember, I can't remember the name of the lad that missed that opportunity right at the very last. Absolute horrible miss. One of the worst misses I've seen, actually. The goal was gaping for him, and somehow he put it wide. Obviously, Joe Rodon had been sent off. We had to play the last sort of, if I remember, like 25 minutes of the game with 10 men. So at the time, it was probably a decent point. We were still getting up and gearing up for the season that we've had. It was one of them. Yeah, we hadn't got going yet, had we at all? So it was a decent point for what it was, given the red card and that stonewall horrible miss from Hull at the end of the at the end of the game. So yeah, hopefully we can do better than that and get away with 3 points on Monday. I think we will. I think it'll be difficult, but I don't think it'll be as difficult as people seem to be anticipating. Hull are on a bit of a lull, really. Like I said, only one defeat in five, but no wins in the last five as well. So I think we're going to win. I think we'll get back to winning ways after the draw on Friday. And we've just got to see where it takes us now. All we can do is win our games of football. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this game in the comments there below. And enjoy your Easter, like I said, marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.